This is question 5 from exercise 17.9 in Project Maths 2. James has a gross yearly income of 35,750. He has a standard rate cutoff point of 22,350 euro and a tax credit of 2,850 euro. The standard rate of tax is 16% of income up to the standard rate cutoff point and 32% on all income above the standard rate cutoff point. We have to calculate first the amount of gross tax for the year, and then second, James has to pay a USC, a universal social charge, of 2% of his gross salary. We have to calculate how much his USC will be, and then for our third part, we have to calculate James' net salary after tax and USC have been deducted. Alright, so we'll start at the start with part 1. We're going to calculate his gross tax. The gross tax is going to be calculated in two parts because of the standard rate cutoff. So the standard rate of tax of 16% is paid on everything up to that cutoff point. So our first bit is going to be 22,350 multiplied by 0.16, because that's going to be the 16% of income up to the standard rate. Then for everything above the standard rate, we need to find the difference between his gross income and the cutoff point. So that's going to be 35,750 minus 22,350, and that difference is going to be multiplied by the higher rate of tax, 32%, because that's what's paid on all income above the standard cutoff point. So 0.32. So when we calculate them both out, we'll get 3,576 and 4,288. And we add that together, we get 7,864. And that is his gross tax for the year. It's the tax before any deductions are made from the tax. Now, for part 2. James has to pay a USC of 2% on his gross salary. How much will the USC be? Right, well, his gross salary is 35,750. He has to pay 2% on that, so we're going to multiply that by 0.02 to get his USC, and that's going to give us 715. And that's it for that one. And for the third part, we have to calculate his net salary after tax and USC have been deducted. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out his net tax. In part 1, we calculated the gross tax, but he has a tax credit of 2,850, which is noted in the question. So to find his net tax, we take our tax credit amount away from the gross tax. So it's going to be 7864 minus 2850, which is going to give us 5,014. So that's his net tax. We already have his USC from part 2. It's 715, which means that his net salary is going to be 35,750 minus 5,014, which is the net tax, minus 715, which is the USC, which will leave him with 30,021 euro. And that is that.